Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play. Last episode I built the foundation for this building, and this episode I'm going to be building up the rest of it and then filling it with farms. So I built a little bit of it, just trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. So I just started building, and this happened, and I think it looks alright. Anyway, since I got just a little bit of wood, I can get started. I think I do want this middle part to be maybe more of a tower, or like at least something interesting with it to make the shape just not a big rectangle. I haven't really figured it out yet. I usually just, figure out this stuff on the fly. So I guess I'll just see where it ends up. So as usual, I managed to get sidetracked and do about 200 things in addition to the actual thing, the only thing that I actually intended to do. Like there's just a bunch of these guys now. There's some sheep now. I don't know if that was there last episode or not, but it's definitely there now. And yeah, the actual thing I intended to do. I don't think it's quite perfect. It's not like exactly what I wanted. And I do think that like these areas where it's just all of the wood is a little bit bland. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do to fix it. Definitely like something, just like slap it onto it to like give it more detail, but I don't want to do it all windows because it's gonna be farms on the inside and they're probably gonna look kind of ugly. And by probably I mean will. So, I don't know, I was thinking maybe just like taking like, I don't know, like dark oak trapdoors and trying to create like some sort of design or, I don't know, something like that. But I do think it overall turned out pretty good, and it's just gonna hold a bunch of farms. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, even though it kind of is. Also, it's so big you can't really even see all of it. From this angle, you can kind of see it a little bit better, and you can see like, the roof a little bit. There is like kind of a gradient, kind of just intermixing, like a little bit darker on the bottom and lighter on the top, but like only kind of. You can't really see it from the ground. You have to be on a pillar on a hill in order to actually see it. Maybe I built it a little bit too big. Anyways, let me give you a tour. So there's some random stuff here. There's a cactus. There's some glowberries that I should probably make an actual farm for, but I don't know if there's a way to do it automatically. I don't think so. There's this farm that may or may not work. Not really sure. It's supposed to be a kelp farm. I did this design many years ago on Bedrock and it worked, so I'm hoping it'll just work because it's not anything complicated. There's also a sugarcane farm here. Probably not like the best place for it or even a sensible place for it, but I was kind of getting annoyed by like running along the shoreline, destroying them, and then they would all go into the water, and it was just like a massive pain. So they're in here for now at least. And then there's just the big staircase in the middle, which leads up to the second floor with absolutely nothing. I was really gonna put the sugarcane farm up here, but then I realized that like there would not be very much actually usable space. And it's just the exact same thing over here. You can kind of see the gradient a little more, how it's like the bricks at the top and these things at the bottom. Anyways, this part is sort of just like here. Doesn't really have any purpose. It's sort of just here. It's to like make the building look better. And then if you go up here, you can go into the roof, which that's cool. You can see all sorts of stuff from up here, like that. And I imagine once I build more stuff, it'll be a good place to look at, all the stuff I've built. So I don't have to, pillar up on a random hill to try and get a better view of it. So my plan is to fill this entire thing with farms, like to the ceiling if I need to, which actually has this like cool checkerboard pattern. Just pointing that out. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to try and fill this entire thing with farms. But first, I don't know if you can tell, but some of my tools are either almost dead or just completely broke, and now I have a gold sword. And I don't think I have a helmet. The boots were gone long ago. I don't think there's a helmet anymore. These things are on their way out. But I went mining, and oh, there's my helmet. Anyways, I went mining, and I found a really big cave and almost died a lot of times, but now I got a bunch of diamonds. So it's time to waste all of them immediately. Guys, I'm responsible, I swear. And wow, I've used all of them. Well, I'm most of the way there at least. Also, I chopped down all the trees over here at some point and filled in like the 200 various holes that were here for some reason. Anyways, I am going to build more farms in that building, but first there's two other problems I want to sort out. First of all, these dogs, which are, as adorable, as they are, they're really loud and really annoying. So I think I want to give them their own little house where they can go and bark and be away from like, me and my poor ears. And also this storage system, I mean, it's okay. And it was fine for early game, but stuff storage just like been overflowing, and I think I need a proper one, so I'll just make a building for that while I'm at it. So yeah, gonna do that real quick, except it probably won't be quick. And this is the house I built to keep the dogs in, at least temporarily. I think the roof is probably a little bit like, it's almost like comically tall in the middle, but this is temporary. I'm gonna demolish it at some point probably. So, whatever. Also, as you can tell, there's a, a couple of dogs. Not a whole lot, just a couple. Anyways, the other thing that I wanted to do was build like a place to store all my stuff, just a room with a lot of chests, because I'm running out of space and nothing is organized anymore, and it's really annoying to find stuff now. But instead of building that, I just got sidetracked for almost a week at this point. The main problem is I couldn't decide exactly where I wanted to put it. I was like, I could put it like over here maybe, or maybe here, up on this hill. But I couldn't really decide, so I figured, well, what if I just, clear a couple trees, just so I can, see the landscape better and try to figure it out. So I sort of just started chopping. And then, because I didn't really have a whole lot of wood, and I bet none of you can guess why that is. So I sort of just kept chopping down trees, and chopping down more and more, and now I've deforested the entire island. I think I need help. I knew I was maybe taking the wrong approach to this game when I went mining just to get diamonds to make another axe. Also, yeah, I did go mining and got a lot of diamonds. And now I have shoes, finally. Also, I got one of these things, and it's really funny to just, like, just over and over. Just as many times as possible. So fun. So anyways, now that I can actually see what's going on here terrain-wise, I've been thinking a little bit about, exactly what I want to do with all of this. And I'm not entirely sure, really. I mean, obviously, probably cover up the massive pits. And there's, like, a lot of open caves around here, especially over there, that I should, like, maybe cover up or try and work into the build, depending on how I want to do stuff. But I'm not really sure what I want to do beyond that. I do think that if I do want to go with the idea of, like, building some sort of, like, castle and maybe trying to have, like, a medieval town slash city slash something or other, it should probably be on a hill, which means either over there or here, I guess. And if the castle is here, it's next to that, which if I make this a harbor, which I might, because it's pretty deep, so, probably would work, like, in real life, then this would be, like, the main entrance to it. So it would be, like, able to protect that or whatever. So maybe build it here or, like, expand the hill over a little bit. I'm not really sure. I haven't really figured out anything yet. Also, when I was exploring through all of these caves, I found something pretty cool. It's a zombie spawner. Time to make an XP farm out of it. Or not right now, probably next episode. Because I'm supposed to be making farms in the other building this episode. And then I didn't, like, at all. Anyways, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with any of this. Also, this farm does in fact work, apparently. It's pretty scuffed, and it breaks itself all the time. And then I have to fix it. And I think I might have fixed it for good, but probably not. But, I mean, it kind of works. Sort of. Also, I think I've decided on a better place for this. And that better place is right here. See, because what it is, this area is much lower. Like, all of that is much higher than this. And so, if I just, mine out all of this grass here, then I'll have grass to cover all of it up. And I can put the sugarcane farm underneath, where no one will see it. And it's out of the way, but it'll be very big in case I need a lot. So, time to take on another project, changing how this entire island looks. Because that's all I do now, apparently. And wow, just like that, it's finished. Now, I'm not going to use all of this for the farm. Partway through, I realized that, I could maybe use some of this for, if I do build a castle, which I probably end up building something like that. This could be like, basement, dungeons, etc., whatever. So everything on this side is going to be that. Everything on this side is going to be sugarcane farm. Maybe leave some room for, like, bamboo or something. And this guy's running down into it, of course. Although, to be fair, this guy actually had some pointed dripstone, which I took advantage of, so that's nice at least. He's only partially useless instead of entirely useless. Anyways, I got, a little bit of dirt, so I should be fine to fill this back over. But I think I'm gonna make it look like a little bit of a hill, like, probably like this height, maybe like go up one more from this and sort of just like, take it over all of this and then just see how far that way I can go. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that now. And it's done. Yeah, and it goes that way pretty far too. I know it looks a little flat and boring, but most of the castle that you're actually going to be able to see is all going to be the stuff like around the edges, which is going to be on the hills. So all this flat stuff, you won't really be able to like tell or see. So yeah, it's really flat and kind of boring, but it won't matter at all. Also, here's my small sugarcane farm. You know, pretty small. Not overkill or anything, totally. If you're wondering how this works, basically there is water underneath all of these slabs, and if you do it in a specific shape, it's like you can get the most amount of sugarcane in one area. Anyways, yeah, I have decided that I do in fact want to make some sort of castle or fortress or something castle-like. And it's going to go on this hill, and then there'll probably be something down here. Don't know what yet. Maybe like a little village or town or something. And basically the castle will be on here and maybe go that way, maybe not. Not really sure. Like, I'm not good at actually figuring things out or deciding on things. I usually just wing it and, whatever happens is whatever happens, which works pretty well apparently. Also, I've been thinking about how to like make this like these parts that are just all like a lot of wood be less boring. And I think I'm just gonna build a building in front of it at some point, and that should fix the problem. What an innovative solution. Also, I'm trying to decide what I want to build the castle out of. I'm kind of thinking like maybe deep slate, but that's just because I kind of have a good amount of it, and a little bit more. Also, this is what the map looks like in case anyone cares, and I added a little bit to it. Also, I realized that instead of making like, small, efficient farms, I like making farms that don't work. Yes, this one broke again. I did not, in fact, fix it. And farms that are just like either a little bit too big to make sense, or way too big to actually make like any sense at all, which I think is like kind of funny. Anyways, I feel like this video kind of didn't really have enough stuff going on in it, but it's been like a week since I've uploaded, so I think I'm just gonna stop it right here.